G'day Spurs fans, Paul the Hotspur hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, back here in Sydney after a lovely week away with not so good internet. I managed to do one stream, but that was about it. I'm just looking forward to the game against Manchester City now. That's all I'm focusing on, because as far as I'm concerned, the Spurs YouTubers, they've lost the plot, man. They've lost the plot. Even the channels that are not like overtly Ange out are really pandering to Ange out. And a lot of these Ange out people, when you call them on their bullshit, they just get really bloody nasty, really nasty. I mean, some of the dumb things people typically say about me. I'm only supporting Spurs because I'm an Ange and Australian. I'm only Anging because I'm Australian. Well, last time I looked, I don't have an Italian passport, a Portuguese passport, a Swiss passport, an Argentinian passport, and I've supported every other manager that Spurs have had, even bloody Christian Gross. Some of you out there won't know about that guy, of course, because you're just looking at the here and now in the last 5 minutes. I am seeing the most ridiculous cherry-picked stats being pulled out of people's backsides just to back up this stupid movement that Ange is not the man for the job. Like the one I saw today, it's something like this season or in the last few games, Ange's win percentage is lower than Nuno, and Nuno got the sack, so why doesn't Ange get the sack? Well, if you actually look at the whole picture of those stats, you'll see that Ange's win ratio is higher than both Nuno, is higher than Conte and Mourinho, and it's a bit of a misleading bleeding measure anyway, because Bill Nicholson is 12th on that list, so I don't know what that's supposed to prove, but I can just see it getting just more petty, meaner, and I ain't going to be part of that on this channel. This is a Tottenham Hotspur fan channel. I support Tottenham Hotspur, and that is why I'm always behind the manager, because it don't matter who the manager is. If you don't get behind them, then you've got no hope, man. That's how football works. And some of these channels are just getting ridiculous now, man. So I'm just going to focus on it game by game, and I reckon we're going to come good. It's like this year, I've been enjoying the football. We've had like maybe 3 bad performances. It's not the end of the world. Here's a stat for you. We've won 7 out of our last 10, and most of those wins were with a lot of style and panache. So why would I want to get rid of the manager? I'm hearing dumb things like Ange is a yes man. He's a yes man because he signed Timo Werner. What? Conte signed fucking Longley, mate. Mourinho signed Joe Rodon, but no, Ange is the problem. And what do you want, a no man in there? Where when you get a no man in a job, they end up with no job. That's always what happens when you have a battle between the owners and the managers. There's only one winner ever. You can go all the way back to Brian Clough at Derby County, who the chairman at the time was jealous of his profile and success. It made Clough's position untenable there, even though he won a league championship. So it's always the way that the owners win out, and to some extent you have to compromise and be an employee, and within that framework, see what success you can build. And the good managers do it. We've had a few. Bill Nicholson, Keith Birkinshaw, and I reckon Ange is up there as well. But these people that never wanted Ange in the first place, there's a lot of xenophobia, because I can see it directed towards me. And, saying that I support Ange just because I'm Australian, I mean, it's xenophobic, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's, I'm hugely offended or anything like that. That's almost getting onto the realms of bullshit like reverse racism and all that. It's all right. I know I'm not oppressed. I know there are people in the world that are. I'm not one of them. I feel all right. But you say, well, that's xenophobic, and they get all butthurt on it, I'm just really at my wit's end with the sort of discourse on the internet at the moment. At the end of the day, Tottenham Hotspur is a fun pastime for me. I love supporting the team. I love watching us play football. I have since 1976, when I don't believe we did have an Australian manager back then, and I was growing up in West London. And people just want to be the big expert, the big I am, the big cock on the block. You don't know what you're doing, man. You don't know what you're doing. How many teams have you managed? How many games of football have you even played? You know? What's Ange supposed to do? All these people that want him out, they all want him out for totally different reasons. You know, some he's not playing the youth enough, some he's playing too much youth, he's buying too much. It's like, one by one, these ridiculous assumptions are going by the wayside as well. All this high-line suicide football. Well, how many goals has that actually cost us this year? How many? Bugger all. I don't think it's cost us even one goal this year, to be honest. Might have one, I can't remember it. But people are just going to hate, you know, and I get it when other supporters do this, but when it comes from your own fan base, I just think it's just an absolute shit show. I think people should be bloody ashamed of themselves the way they're going out and trying to be the most negative and be the most notorious for shitting on the team that we're all supposed to love. I'm not going to do that here. I never will. I'm a fan. I support the club. That's what I do, man. You know, come on you Spurs. Don't you remember that? That's what you're supposed to say. And we've got fans that actively want to lose yet again to Manchester City tomorrow. What a surprise, because these flaky nut jobs all wanted us to lose against Manchester City last year because they're scared of Arsenal. Oh, fuck Arsenal. But they want us to lose against Manchester City tomorrow so that Ange gets sacked. And I mean, if I was Ange Postecoglou at this stage, I would probably, if I was petty, I would win a Carabao Cup and then say, there's your trophy, I'm off. Because, I don't know, man. I'm still not hearing it in the grounds, but everywhere else, man, it's bloody feral, man. Whose side are you on, man? Whose side are you on? You know? I'm on Tottenham Hotspur's side, that's it. People need to bloody well look at themselves hard. And, you know, think, why are they in this? Why are they in this? Are they just, you know, fluffing up their own misshapen egos? I don't know, man. I'm here for the entertainment, man. I hope this channel keeps people entertained. I don't often do videos like this, but now and then I do because it's out there and I comment on things from time to time. It's an absolute bloody disgrace. Absolute disgrace from a lot of fans out there at the moment. Anyway, I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow morning, 7:15 kickoff. I hope we smash them. I don't give a shit what Man City team put out. I don't care if it's youngsters, I don't care if it's first 11. I just want to win the next game of football. That, to me, is the easiest thing about being a bloody fan of a football club. You just want to win the next game of football. That's tomorrow morning. I want to win it. Many out of there don't. Fake fans, half-hearted support, only on their terms. Go and do one. Go and support Arsenal if that's what you want. Till next time, folks. Peace and love, man, and come on you Spurs.